Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and I have another process video here for you. This is my third layout using the Roundabout kit, and I am going to use this page, which is a page from Diana LP over at Studio Calico. She's a member over there, and I'm going to use her page as inspiration. And I am doing that because I am using some pretty bold patterns here, which is not normal for me. And I struggled with how I wanted the layout to look, where I wanted my things to be, and what my layout should look like, because I'm not used to using such bold patterns. So I saw hers as I was just looking for some inspiration, and she was gracious enough to allow me to show her layout and put a link to her layout. So if you would like to see the inspirational layout for this one, please go and in the description and click on that link and go check out her layout. And I am going to I'm going to use 2 rainbow papers there, and I'm going to double matte it because rainbow on rainbow is a whole lot for your eye. So I'm going to matte it on this craft. And it looked a little bit better than the gray because the gray does have a pattern on it as well. So that would be 3 patterns right there. So the craft just kind of helps separate it a little bit. So in Diana's layout, I have her layout up on my iPad right now, and I'm referring. What am I trying to say, Sarah? Referring. Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it a lot. And I love that she had 3 banners behind her photo. So I'm going to take some papers and I'm going to make 3 different banners. I'm trying to keep them semi-neutral just because I don't want so many busy papers all together. So I'm going to use those 2 patterns, and then I'm going to use some cardstock for the center to kind of help break it up a little bit. So I'm just getting them cut to the sizes that I want. And I'm thinking I cut this one a little bit to elongate it because I'm thinking I was going to use that in the middle, but then I ended up changing my mind. So, because I looked at that film strip and it was too busy. So I'm going to use this red instead, and I'm going to use that in the middle. And so the green one, I just have to piece back together. It's not a big deal. So I'm just getting those all cut up and layered the way that I want them to go. I like the way that, there's 3 different colors there, but it's not too overwhelming. I really like that. And I'm looking at it a whole lot just to make sure. So I'm going to piece this back together. I'm just going to use a piece of washi tape on the back of it. No big deal. You can't even tell. So now I'm going to take my Sharpie and I'm going to outline all 3 banners just all the way around. That kind of helps unify them a little bit. And since it is going to be on top of a pretty bold rainbow paper, it's going to help them stand out on their own a little bit more. Gives it a little bit more dimension there. I really like that. Probably getting all this other stuff out of the way. My desk can get pretty cluttered while I'm working. So I'm taking this Urban Traveler chipboard, and one thing that stood out to me on Diana's layout was her use of chevrons. She used big chevrons, and that's what kind of attracted me to it in the first place, because I immediately thought, I have all those chevrons on that chipboard piece. I could go ahead and use up all of those on this layout, no problem. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I picked a couple other things. That little red arrow says all smiles, and the red one up in the right hand corner of the picture says, I think it says proof of a good day, maybe? I'd have to go back and look. So I'm going to lay out these chevrons in the same places that Diana has hers. I think she had some in the bottom left-hand corner as well, but I didn't do anything in the bottom left-hand corner of my layout. So I just did the 3 sections and that was it. So I used that little rainbow frame that helps mimic the rainbow paper behind the picture. And I'm going to do another banner up in that corner there that kind of ties in with the banners over there. And I'm just going to do another cluster up there. So that'll help tie it in. So I'm going to cut it out and I'm going to outline that one as well. So that helps unify all the banners. And I'm going to use that, that rainbow stripe chipboard frame, and I'm going to layer that with a flare badge from Kelly Perky, and it says "You and Me," just super cute, and it's pink. So I'm going to add that up there. I'm going to use that little ticket, but I don't like the words on it. I like the color, I just don't like the words on it. So I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to use that space to put the date. And there's that pink resin camera from the kit that I'm going to use as well. And I pulled out quite a few things from my Freckled Fawn here as well. What is from Freckled Fawn? The teal paper clip that has the arrow with the heart, that is from Freckled Fawn. And the alphabet there that I'm going to use for the title, that's from Freckled Fawn as well. And this kit came with an alphabet, but I didn't keep it because I tried to use it one time. I did not like it. They were acetate, like transparent tiles almost, and I had a hard time using them. I've seen people use them in great ways, but for me it was just, I don't know. I couldn't make them work very well, so I ended up giving them away to someone else. But so pretty much any alphabet that I'm using in here, I'm using for my stash, which is good. You know, you want to use up your stash as well as your kits. So I'm getting stuff stuck down here, and there are my beloved cork arrows from last month's kit. And I'm going to put these in between the bigger ones, because with just the bigger ones it looked a little bit bare, so I wanted to add a little bit more in there. So I'm kind of going between the big ones and then 2 little ones, and then a big one and then 2 little ones. It kind of helps emphasize them without doing just nothing but big huge chevrons. Because I think big, huge chevrons, that's what Diana had and looked great on hers. But she also had less bold papers as well. So on hers, it looked really great. I think on mine, it would take away from the papers. So. And I get to use up those cork, which I love so much. And seriously, I mean, look how many there are. So I'm going to be using those for a while. But that's okay, I love them. I'm going to stick a couple arrows. I think I stick a few more arrows on here somehow. So I'm going to put the date, just 2014, right there. And those are the alphabet from Glitz Design from last month's kit as well. I still had all that stuff sitting right by my desk, so I just kind of reached over there and grabbed a few things as I was working. And I wanted to add, I needed something to really anchor my title. So I got into my stash of glitter ribbon from American Crafts. Oh my gosh, this stuff is amazing. I actually got it, I think I got that big bag on probably craftysteals.com, but I have seen them at TJ Maxx, and it's like $5 for that whole big bag, and you get literally like 20 different colors. So it's a really good deal. I don't know if they still have any. I haven't been to a TJ Maxx for a while, but they're a really good deal if you can find them. So I'm going to go ahead and put my title down, and it's called Bestest Friends, because Kaylin calls Allie her bestest friend. Super cute. And I'm going to use that pink glitter ribbon down below it just to kind of help anchor it so it's not just kind of floating out there in the middle of nowhere. I really like those alphabets too. They're foam. They're not super thick, but they're fun. Love a good white alpha. And now I'm looking into my wood veneer. There was one that I knew I wanted to use, and then I saw the little girls, and I was like, oh, perfect. I wanted to use that hand arrow because this was a picture at the fair, even though the layout is not about being at the fair, it's just about their friendship. But that hand kind of, it just reminds me of like a carnival type icon or something, so I wanted to use that. And that is one that I got online from a girl. Her and her husband make those, like they do custom ones, and I really wish I knew. It's been a long time since I got them, so I can't, I don't remember what her name is, and I hate that. But she made me a whole bunch, and they were really nice, and they were really good, and they were pretty cheap. I found her on a Facebook group somewhere. Maybe Project Lifers, possibly. So if anyone knows who I'm talking about, she lives in San Diego. If anyone knows who I'm talking about, let me know, or like put a link or something in a comment, because she did really good work. I was really impressed, and I've used her stuff a lot. So there I am adding some more arrows, and I'm kind of helping hide the little awkward gaps from the ribbon, just to kind of help it be touching something else other than just kind of sitting there. I got up to get something. What did I get up to get? Oh, enamel dots, yes. I have not used an enamel dot on anything yet for my videos, and that's rare because I love those things. As you can tell, I have quite the stash. So I'm looking for pink, a good pink color, and I'm going to use some teal as well. I'm going to, I always use enamel dots in 3s. I think that's kind of a standard thing a lot of people do. And I'm using, 1 pink and 2 blue. I'm trying to do like a big pink and 2 smaller blues in each cluster there. Man, I love enamel dots. I hope they never stop making them ever. So I'm going to get all this stuff put down. I love those little girl icons. They're just perfect. And they fit perfectly in that little arrow as well. And I think that's it. I need to use glossy accents for these arrows because they weren't sticking very well to the glitter part. So I had to just kind of reinforce that with some glossy accents there to get them to stick down really well. And oh, journaling. Yeah, I'm gonna do some journaling on here too. And again, this isn't about even though they were at the fair, it's not about the fair. It's about their friendship because we're both military, so we were stationed with them. We got to our base at the same time and met and became fast friends, and we were friends until we left, and just they were inseparable the entire time. We were there for 4 years, and we moved, and then they moved at the same time. We literally had movers at our houses on the same days, so they just have an adorable friendship, and they're still best friends, and they still talk about how much they miss each other, so it's really sweet. But I wanted to make sure I document that. I think you're going to see Allie pop up in a few layouts here because I have a bunch of pictures printed. So, and that is the layout. Hope you enjoyed it. Here comes some close-ups, and thank you for joining me, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.